Let's pretend each country in the world is a guest at a party. What are they doing at the party? Spain hasn't even left home yet, but has told everyone they are on the way. Austria being sad about having met all the guests in the past but not being remembered by anybody. Oh hey there, Germany, right? And then whispering back at the table, hey, you guys remember Germany's little cousin from back east? The salty one who was really into music? Yeah, he's here. You mean Poland? Then Austria sinks a little lower into depression. Germany is calling the cops at 10 p.m. sharp because of loud music. North Korea is in a treehouse a block away trying to watch the party with binoculars that are just two empty paper towel rolls taped together. Czechia and Slovakia are the couple that broke up, but still spend all their time at the party together. And after a lot of drinking, they go to the bedroom to have a private conversation, and when they come out, they don't look at each other and go to opposite ends of the party. The Philippines putting the food and drinks in plastic bags to eat at home tomorrow. Ah yes, takeouts. Sweden is either looking anxiously at their watch, wondering when it's socially acceptable to go home, or the drunkest person at the party. No in between. I see now that I'm a Swede at heart. The French keep speaking in French to their English-speaking peers, although they know English and nobody else knows French. If someone starts speaking French to her though, she'll switch to English. To tell them their French is bad. This genuinely happened to me. The worst offender was a waiter at a restaurant, who kept going huh? When I asked for water. Mofo roasted me, but not because I used the wrong word or ducked up the pronunciation, but about the most insignificant deviation in the inflection. Guy looked at me like I fucked his mom and shared the details with him. Anyway, we became decent friends over time, and guess who purposefully forgot to put drinks on the table when he visited? Can I have some Ewan? Huh? Ewan huh? Me and my friends still quote hissy know what you are doing, you to this day. Spain hasn't even arrived yet since 22:00h is dinner time and good parties don't start until past 02:00h. Spain was the one who came up with the super random excuse to have the party in the first place. My old place was in a Spanish neighborhood and those parties would go until 4 a.m. When it asked the next day what the party was for, they'd be like, Sophia's preschool graduation. Lamau, I was walking through my neighborhood, and my Mexican neighbors were having a huge ducking party. They invited me in. I tried to get out of it because it was like 11 p.m., but they insisted. Next thing I know, I'm doing shots of tequila and eating off a somehow self-replenishing plate, and everyone was going hard. I finally snuck out around 2 a.m., and they were still at it. It occurred to me the next day that I had no idea what the party was for. When I ran into them a couple days after that, I asked and was told that their grandson had turned 2. So, your comment seems accurate. Denmark brought beer, and a weird syrupy licorice spirit that no one but Finland is willing to try. In the end, Finland orders the stuff for all national airport shops. Not before daring everyone to try the stuff. Finland has drank themselves to the point where social awkwardness has been replaced with an urgent need to tell everyone about all the times they beat Sweden in ice hockey. Finland is climbing on a statue and singing their national anthem because they heard their name mentioned in a conversation. China complaining, why is Taiwan here? Or, probably shocked that Taiwan received a separate invite. Feels like a Seinfeld plot, they're my +1, why did they get their own invite? Ireland is having their first pint of Guinness and everyone is already making fun of them for their drinking problem. Switzerland collecting business cards from everyone inconspicuously at it, whoever gilded this comment with gold. That's some dark humor right there, D. Or they're just observing but not partaking in any conversation or taking any sides in the drunken brawls happening around them. Not really. More like they're selling the boxing gloves. I was gonna say, it's more like, oh this is awful, I will take no part in this. Can I interest either of you in some liquor or brass knuckles? You know what? I'll hold on to your wallets and jewelry while you fight too. To keep everything safe. Netherlands is making sure everyone has paid their share in expenses by sending out Venmos. Edit, I know the Dutch use tikkies. I just used Venmo because it's probably the most universally understood word for a small payment transfer app. Only if the party is at our place, of course, otherwise we'll wrap some of the food in tissues and stuff it in a bag for later. Antarctica is outside in the cold trying to convince the doorman even if technically he is not a country he should be allowed in. Antarctica is secretly a bunch of penguins stacked on top of each other in a trench coat. I'm Antarctica Nation Man, and I'm here to do a business. Proceeds to pet turkey with a broom hand. Greece fighting with Turkey, then passing out hugged, then fighting again. The Philippines already bringing out their bags and getting food to go. Philippines is also the one hogging the karaoke machine. Canada is telling everyone which actors are Canadian. Canada also arrived 10 minutes early and waited in their car to come in exactly on time because being even a minute late might be taken as a slight. Portugal is complaining about the foreign food and that they could have eaten better in the Tasco do Z for cheaper. Dude 7 for a steak, egg, rice and a salad. Z has the best food. Republic of Moldova is explaining everyone who it is. Moldova is also missing an arm and a foot. Nobody noticed that Malta showed up. Who? The Polynesian islands are all aunties sitting on the ground with food stacked on their plates, all gossiping to each other about the famous auntie, Hawaii, that is singing on stage. Hey, that's my cousin, you know she's real famous kind right now, just got a part in that Disney movie. They're shooting it over in Nuuanu Pali right now. Used to live in Hawaii and goddamn this is spot on. France is outside smoking cigarettes. Not outside. At the kitchen window, with a glass of wine, pretending they're going to help once they finish their cigarette, only to chat with the other guests looking to vent about another country. Listening just enough to start long monologues psychoanalyzing every relationship at the party. Always ending up in endless debates with their oldest frenemies when everyone else got bored or pissed off. Even French kids are on the playground smoking cigarettes and saying, "It go on the monkey bars, but what is the point? Life is meaningless," Colin Quinn. Germany is trying to convince everyone that they are in fact funny and stands next to the trash can scolding people for not separating their rubbish properly. They've put their towel on the chair closest to the buffet before anyone else was there. Until 1700 hours sharp, that's when they leave. They slap their knees legs and say so. And then leave. Czech Republic is chugging beers and complains about everything. That's Poland too. Mexico is making some bomb-ass tacos while occasionally trying to approach America. I just feel like there's a wall between us, Cario. Aussies are in charge of the barbecue while handing out tinnies to everyone. So they are out back. I can't believe you've done this. Nigeria and Ghana all brought their own jollof and are making other countries taste it to see whose is better. Lebanon is trying desperately to have a good time despite having the absolute worst seat assignment. Ada, thank you for the gold, kind stranger. The American is drinking from a red Solo cup. And America definitely brought a keg. Now and then us and China are looking at each other angrily and everyone gasps. Probably all fighting, and if you go to the kitchen you'll find New Zealand and Iceland casually chatting. And nobody has noticed they're not with the group. Except looking back on the photos from the party, Iceland is somehow in a ton of them while NZ is in none, even the group photos. South Africa is trying to put the electricity off edit. Lol, a lot of people seem to relate. Don't forget to lock doors during the day. People be thinking it's open garage sale edit too. Thanks for the award to South Africa load shedding. And paranoidly locking all the windows and doors.